Alright, my work area here is getting kind of cluttered up. I need to go through and clean some stuff up. Oh, I'll be in my new shop pretty soon, so I'm going to be able to work out of my garage again, which will be nice. Yesterday when I was at Cabela's, I picked up everything that's in the yak kit for doing the, I don't know what my camera picks up here, for doing the outriggers for stability. So you can see that this one's out mounted up. That's actually not how it's going to mount. It actually lays down so this tube is completely flat. And then I'm building a hoop bar out of half-inch EMT conduit that goes up about, I think it's about 30 inches or so, but it goes up and over and down, or kind of a rollover bar, and then it drops back here and will bolt on the side somewhere and give a little triangulation for strength. And then up a ways, where your feet kind of will stand on the seat, then I'm going to have a little back headrest thing here that folds down, just a little cushion. And I'm going to pull that cushion out, I'm hoping, and set it, or maybe the back cushion I'll set there to sit my ass up there. And then I'll have two levels because I want to be able to stand up and sit and cast and whatnot. At any rate, with that hoop bar that's on here, when that gets put on here, I'll put a little hook on the bar that comes down. It'll have a little hook thing. These are heavier than they look, and they flex the hull. I've got some big aluminum plates underneath here, and I think I'm going to put an aluminum plate over the top too. I'm not 100% sure, but they just look like they just flex too much. I wouldn't put them out in rough water, but if you're just sitting on the lake, it might not be too bad. But on the river, they might get a little ripple or something. But I think I'm going to put an aluminum pad that's fairly huge under here. It's cheap and easy to do. They're over the top and pinch it down, give myself a little extra something. But yeah, so when that bar goes down, they'll hook on there so the pipe here will lay on that, and the weight will be distributed through the bar instead of just sitting there flexing and beating on the kayak. If you were rolling around, it's probably not that big of a deal, but if you're going to be bouncing and jumping around on the waves and stuff, these weigh too much not to put some kind of support. And if you didn't have all the crap I have on them, I would just make them fold forward and just set on the front hull. Or they'd just be just perfect. I just didn't have the room because of my other gear here. And so when they're in the water, I have to excuse my messy mess. That's about the height I think they're going to sit at. If you get down here, you see that that's below the water line, and then they're going to flex up to probably about right there, the back of the camera. And they don't seem to have too much flex up at the hull. I used a Schedule 80 1-inch pipe here, and it doesn't have much flex. I'm actually kind of thinking that you want this Schedule 40 PVC pipe, so it has a little bit of flex in it, but I'm not 100% sure if it even matters. And then these floats I bought at Cabela's, they have for $12 a piece, and they're the oversized ones. And a 3/4 inch piece of pipe goes right down the middle of them. It's really tight. And then I put these plastic caps on the end just for fun. And I cut the 3/4 inch plastic pipe at 15 inches for the Cabela's, the large floats, if you're interested. Which works out really nice because if you buy a 5-inch piece of PVC pipe at the Lowe's where I got it, it's 60 inches, so I just divided it up into 4, and you can see the end caps everything fit perfectly. And then you got to buy this little clip here, and the idea is you lift it up and you turn them sideways, and you pull this out, and I've drilled a hole here and I've drilled a hole down through there, so I just give them I'll just show you, but then I can give it a turn, and then, well, you gotta get the whole line back up, but then it goes back together, and then it's sitting on the back that way. And yeah, that's another piece of the puzzle. And then I've got my shield on there, on the motor, getting ready to pull the electronics off of the electric start off of it, and relocated the fuel pump here to the, and I took the aluminum plate off that they came with, that the fuel pump was mounted on, and I'm going to build a new mount here that comes up, and that'll be my alternator bracket. So I was afraid the aluminum would crack. Alright, that's probably too long, and I want to upload this really fast. So that's the deal. And I think I spent about $160 or something with the stainless hardware, not including the aluminum plates that I already had.